We're getting into spooky season, so here are some lesser-known vampire folktales. This one from West Virginia, likely brought over from Hungarian immigrants because it's set in Hungary. It's called Footprints in the Snow. A man named Stefan Lutza lives in the town of Lutza, and it has his last name because his grandfather founded it. Stefan followed the family tradition of becoming the mayor of the town, and one of the responsibilities of the mayor is that his house needs to be open to travelers year-round. But years go by and no travelers come, until one night he and his pretty young wife, Esther, are getting ready for bed and they hear a knock at the door. Esther says, "I'll answer the door, you go get the guest room ready," and she's super excited. Now then, the story tells us that Stefan knew that it was the job of the wife to get the guest room ready and that the husband should be the one to answer the door. But he indulges Esther because she's just so excited. That's gonna be a mistake. Esther goes to the door just having a feeling that the knocker is a man, and when she opens it up, it is, sort of. It is a tall, dark stranger who emerges into the light of the room, and they both stood silently for some time. Then, as if the whole thing had been agreed upon silently, Esther and the stranger walk out the door into the falling snow. Once Stefan realizes his wife has not come back to the guest room, he goes to the door and he just sees the footprints of her bare feet in the snow following another pair of barefoot footprints. He's so stunned he wanders out looking for them, himself barefoot. He carries a lantern through the snow and darkness, and I bet you can guess where he ends up. He ends up in a graveyard. The hairs stand up on the back of his neck as he gets to the tomb of his own family and finds that his grandfather who founded the town, his coffin is open and empty, except for shredded black rags. So Stefan is stunned and frozen and dazed. He stumbles back to the house, he falls asleep, and he wakes up thinking, wait, was that a dream? Then he realizes someone's breathing beside him and he turns and sees his wife, Esther. She's like, "I've been here the whole time, but your poor feet are all red. Where have you been?" Stefan would have thought he was dreaming, but how did the tiny red marks get on Esther's neck? Sadly, the story ends there. I would love for it to end with, her just killing her husband, making him a vampire. Tell me how you would like it to end, or make it into your own story or novel, I don't know. But the moral of this story is, women should get the guest room ready. Men should answer the door.